What's up, guys? Matt Nuzzo here at the Real Flagship Store with none other than Robby Naish, talking about the Nash Pivot. What's up, Robby? How's the Pivot?
Pivot is awesome.
Pivot's awesome. We're just gonna have a little disclaimer though. This kite in this color scheme, as awesome as it is, it's only for Robby. So
sorry.
When you're king, you get to have the factory make your own colors with the custom logos, and it's really, really awesome. I wish I had him, but he's like, no, it's not happening. Those are just for me. So when he's in the water, you see that kite, you know it's Robby Naish riding. So besides that, they all make some awesome logos, awesome colors, so us other people can ride the Pivot in different colors, and you're gonna be stoked to ride it. So Robby, what's the most exciting feature about the Pivot for you?
You know, honestly, the Pivot is one kite. If you had to just say, what kite can do everything? The Pivot's it.
That's it.
You know, it's by far the world's best wave riding kite. You know, I hate to say the world's best, but
don't pigeonhole it. It's not just a wave kite.
Yeah, best wave kite ever, but it's also just an all-around free ride kite that's incredibly intuitive.
Right.
And that's the main thing about this. You know where the kite is in the sky all the time.
Right.
The bar feel, the feedback, the progressive linear sheet in and sheet out is very, very unique.
Right.
You know, it's for sure, I think, in terms of an all-around kite,
yeah,
best kite we've ever made.
Yeah, you're telling me too, like you never lose the kite. You know, it's like you've been kiting for probably close to 20 years now, and it's like, you know, sometimes when you get on a kite, you're kind of like, oh, you know, you lose yourself in a trick or jump or something, and
it doesn't matter how good you are.
Right.
It's the feedback that the kite is giving you through the bar, and some kites just don't really tell you where they are all the time.
Yeah.
This is one you never even need to look at it. On a wave, whether you're in the middle of a trick, if you want to jump, going to land, you're not having to glance back to see where the kite is because you can feel where it is.
Right.
And that, even for someone that's pretty advanced like me, is a really good feeling.
Right.
Knowing always where the kite is.
Right.
And not having to go, whoa, and catch it.
Yeah.
You know, like you can jump all the time.
Yep.
And you don't have to be bringing the kite back
too,
into
man. I mean,
landing.
the thing goes really, it does really well in the air time too.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's really predictable. That, I mean, you know, being able to come down and, you know, knowing, okay, cool, I just need a little more input on the loop of the kite so I land smoothly, you're not going to drop. Like, the kite almost has ESP. I mean, it knows what you're thinking before it actually happens.
Yeah, you know, it's not a board breaker. Some kites jump really good, but man, if you get it in the wrong spot, you come down like
really
a rock.
hard. Yeah.
And you're not going to break a board on this. You're not going to break your knees on this. It's just very, very easy.
Yeah.
You know, and easy people might think, well, beginners want easy.
Yeah.
Man, I'm pretty good at this. I want easy too. And
the
Pivot is just incredibly easy. It's intuitive, it's fun.
Yeah.
A lot of power, but no power when you don't want it.
I think that's why you love it for a wave kite. Is like it being easy makes it, and intuitive makes it great for waves, because a lot of times when you're riding a wave, you're not thinking about the kite. You're going to make beginner mistakes. You're going to come underneath the kite. You're going to have the kite in different parts of the window and want to bring it back to get in position and be focusing on the wave, not focusing on the kite. And that's what the Pivot, you know, in my experience, again, like you said, if there's one kite in the line that you can put anyone on and have them be stoked on it, they get in the Pivot, and it's just like time and time again, really loving the feel.
Yeah, it's a no-brainer. I mean, you want easy.
Yeah.
No matter how good you are,
you
want to focus on your riding
and
not be worrying about what the kite is doing. You want power, you want deep power, you want quick turning, and that kite pretty much does it all.
Yeah, and the three-strut plan, having the three-strut plan, the center strut, again, you're crashing it, you're getting the kite roll over and stuff. It really just, it makes it really consistent relaunch, and you're not getting kind of weird flutter or anything.
No, real broad power band. You can ride this kite really lit.
Yeah.
I mean, I was out the other day here in the Spit, so lit on a 10. The guys were on 7s. I could still ride.
Yeah.
You know, it wasn't super comfortable.
It's not breaking your back, right? You know, you can sheet it out a little more. Kite goes forward in the window.
Just depower a bit.
Right, depower a bit, and it's not like breaking you, right? So it has that really, really big wind range that's usable wind range, not just like, oh, I rode my kite and it has 50 knots range.
Exactly.
It's actually like, hey, I was at the top end,
usable.
And I should have been on an 8, but you know, I could still go. I could boost high and do all tricks and not be out of control. So yeah, so the Pivot, you know, in the lineup, it's kind of that jack of all trades. You know, we kind of hate to say that, but this is that kite that does a lot for a lot of different riders. You're getting a huge diverse riding style out there. If you're doing more unhook tricks and things like that, you want to start looking at the park or the torch. But besides that, I mean, I've even seen some guys do unhook tricks on this. It does well, but its forte is going to be boosting, free riding, you know, just all around very easy, kind of a gentle kite loop. And again, the name Pivot is that name because it's quick turning, it really kind of races around, you put the kite wherever you want it to be. So
yeah, you want to go learn kite loops, be a superhero, this kite's not going to spank you because it rotates off the tips.
Yeah.
It doesn't make a bunch of power when you turn it.
Right.
Super, super easy linear power.
Yep.
So you can go out and kite loop all day.
Yeah.
And you're not going to kill yourself.
Right.
Like I don't want to get yanked 50 yards downwind when I kite loop.
Right.
I want to do it, come down, and my knees are getting old.
Yeah,
so,
right.
This is a kite that people can feel like a hero without necessarily being a hero.
Yeah, we want you still riding for the next 20 years too, Robby. So
right on,
man. Thanks for the review. Check us out online, realwatersports.com for more reviews.